Hello everybody, welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. If you missed last episode, we now have the Blessing of the Pixie, meaning we are completely immune to the effects of the Shadow Curse, so we can go wherever we like. We also reached level 7, which is very exciting. We have gained 4th level spells, some bonus stuff for Astarion, being the rogue that he is, and we basically just made it this far in the whole of yesterday's session. So where are we going now? Because this place just, I think about how big the opening area was and how big this feels. So let's go south until we hit that building again, and then we'll see where we go from there. We could sneak around at every opportunity, but I think that might be a tiny bit overkill. This is just water, so a nice natural boundary. We have not come up through here yet. That is lit, which is interesting. This has a continual flame enchantment of some kind. There's a dead true soul over here. It's very bright. Right. I think this is an opportune moment for... Where are we? We are here. We know... Speak with dead. What do you know, stranger? You seem to be the type of person
regards you lifelessly.
that might know something. How did you end up here?
Trapped shadow mastiffs, repels them with flame.
Great knowledge.
Those beasts still prowl the eternal night. At least they're afraid of the fire.
How are the torches still burning?
Spell. Continual flame.
Continual flame. An unquenchable light. Oh, costs a queen's crown worth of ruby dust to summon.
How can I extinguish the torches?
Destroy torches.
And who were you in life?
True soul of the absolute. Corliss by name.
And how did you die?
Unslaked hunger. Unquenched thirst.
The spell's power wanes. You can ask no more questions.
Did they literally starve to death out here in a pocket of light in the darkness? Perhaps. I don't see anything else hanging out near this chicken coop.
One day I'll catch a break.
So these standing torches will not be extinguished. We learnt how to extinguish them, but I'm wondering, would it be worth it to try? The journal log of True Soul Corliss. Journal log of True Soul Corliss, Day 4. Scouting mission dispatched to Ketheric Thorm to Shadowlands by Ketheric Thorm. Objective, locate nest of absolute non-believers. Reached outskirts of village, disturbing sounds echo throughout the shadows. Must evade pursuit. Preparing to create a light barrier for protection against lurking monsters and deadly darkness. May the absolute guide me. So, they had some water left in there, but nothing else going on here. There's some kind of factory dockyard looking structure over there. I'm going to take this plant at some point. I will do a bunch of alchemy, I promise. So if we see is it hellhounds? Or something similar?
Prime spot for an ambush.
Measle. Ambushing. What on earth is a measle? Right, I'm not going to examine them.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Because I don't want to know what creature type they are. We are all now hiding. There's a chest up here I'm interested in.
Just hurry this along.
The path here is very interrupted.
With haste.
I can hit this pot, but to not very much effect. These things have quite a lot of HP. Shadowheart.
The mission has to come first.
Instead of doing what I was going to do, how about instead, if we pull back slightly with everybody, I'm going to take Shadowheart and Astarion together.
I have to survive this.
They're going to go on a little duos mission.
That might be worth a look.
A movable brick. I will try and remember that's there, but for right now... Lightning, sleep, thunder, detonation, cold. I think cold will do fine. So I can cast that there. Astarion. Shadowheart, you can actually
I'm ready.
go
Onward
back.
in her name. Let's see what's to be said.
No.
How can I help?
Shadowheart,
What's next, I wonder?
stealthing.
Scene. Perfect.
Astarion, kicking off proceedings. And yes, I will make that a crit to start. Alright, I got the initiative I wanted. They are all surprised, so I could have been making better use of this surprise round. But instead, we can hide.
We'll do it my way.
Can I see a different one
Keep them guessing.
to sneak attack? Because I would love to spread out this sneak attack damage. I cannot, unfortunately. I don't know why I can't have disadvantage here when they seem to be in my range, but sure. Then they have the surprise condition, so we can end our turn. They all use their surprise condition. Now Astarion can take a shot. And then cunning action dash.
Let's move.
Back over here. Then everyone else is ready to get involved. I'm hoping at least some of them trigger this trap. God damn it. Wang. It's not gone well. Okay, well. Let's cunning action disengage. Move over here. Sneak attack the one that is engaged with us. Solid damage. They're going to get turns in before we do, I think. Yep. Garrotting does not look pleasant. They pulled me away. They missed that one. Now my spells, I might have to do first level, second level, third level, fourth level as we go deeper into having higher level spells. But for right now, do we just pull out the blight? I can hit these two for not very much, it must be said. Oh, that is so much damage. I could have twin cast that. I guess no, I do not have the spell slots for that. The sorcerer points for that. Where are you going? You've taken Shadowheart with you. I don't know what this trick is that they're playing on us, but I hate it. Garroted. Affected entity is being strangled by a garrote that is silenced. It is silenced and takes 3 to 18 bludgeoning damage per turn. If the entity and the garroter move more than 17 feet apart, the condition ends. So we cannot spellcast. That is unideal. Well, we're going to have to risk an attack of opportunity to move away then.
Onward.
Good. Garroted ends. Spirit Guardians is on. We have next to no movement left.
A tale for the ages.
Gale, also garroted. I'm assuming that Hypnotic Pattern does not have verbal components, and therefore we can cast it. This spell can be cast while you are silenced. Alright then, I'll make use of the tools I have then, shall I? So, the one giving us grief has been dealt with. We need to do fire damage to regain a portent. This one is just here. That one has already taken an attack of opportunity. Ah, that did not let me I cast jump, it didn't let me actually jump. Sure thing. Astarion, currently being silenced. Yes. Not the biggest problem for Astarion. A very intriguing combat, though, I must say. Alright, we're going to disengage. And come and stand on the other side of this giant sigil. Alright, it was not as effective as I wanted it to be, but we still got use out of it, which is half the battle here. What are we going to do is a great question. I think we can just get away from this guy a bit.
Light on my feet.
Ah, max damage on Spirit Guardians. Love to see it. This guy is having a rough day. That one is still hypnotized for another turn. Love that as well. Are these undead? Nope, they're humanoid.
One can't always be a gentleman.
Right, I think we have the upper hand in this fight now. Astarion, 13 damage here. We can't sneak attack. I don't think we need to. Very nice. I will take 1 gold piece from you and move away. Ouch. That is a crit and I'm not a fan. We are silenced. Tides of Chaos for advantage. Still missed. Where have they taken Shadowheart? Some other building.
No gloom, all doom.
Right, this one still has all of their HP. I would like to just cast it into the darkness with Misty Step. Ah! I just cast Jump on myself. So I can actually close that gap very easily. And threaten this. That's 1 fewer to worry about.
6.
Particularly the healthy one. Where are the other 2? Way over there. And over in here. That one's probably going to die to Spirit Guardians, so... Cunning Action Dash. Are we in range for this? We are not. Main Action Dash. Still very little we can do. God, this is a very annoying fight, but I've got to give it to the developers for creativeness on this encounter. I don't know where Shadowheart is now. Somewhere.
Outflank.
Wait.
Outsmart.
Big jumps. Oh god. They got Lucy. Shadowheart's not even in initiative anymore. They're not trying to kill... They're not trying to kill Astarion. Sorry, Lucy. Are you safe? Who knows where we could have ended up here in the Underdark? Or the...
Must keep going.
This is not the Underdark. The Shadow Fell, the Shadow World, the Shadow Realm. No, that's Yu-Gi-Oh! But we're alive. We would definitely short rest everybody because, oh boy, injured much.
Let's get
All right,
going.
get everybody back together. That bit with the dead tieflings we saw already.
Don't waste a step.
Over here, we definitely saw a chest out on the outer wall around here.
That will fit in my pack.
Also, Shadowheart earlier saw a loose stone here, didn't you?
There is work to do.
There it is. A Potter's Chest key. Well, we've seen the Potter's Chest.
Way.
The Potter's Chest is there. Shadowheart, can you make that jump? Luminous gloves. When the wearer deals radiant damage, receive 1 turn of radiant orb. Strength saving throws +1. Radiating orb. Affected entity has -1 to attack rolls per remaining turn. It also sheds bright light in an area surrounding it. That sounds bad. To me, that sounds like if I do radiant damage, I get radiating orb, and I have -1 to attack rolls. An idol of Saloon.
Good craftsmanship. Wasted on Saluna. Maybe it can be repurposed somehow.
I wish Shadowheart was a barbarian and would just throw it at her enemies. Moon Maiden, protect those of us who would not turn from you, no matter the consequence of this short life. Keep these artifacts of our devotion until such a time as we may openly infuse our spirits with your white light once more. Grant cunning to my brother Halfred in his efforts to conceal the rest of your relics. Let the name Last Light not be a portent. Let your moon glow continue forever and fill our hearts. Investigate the Selenite resistance has gained a pip of quest progress.
Might find something useful.
Anything in this crate? Nope. What staff is Shadowheart wielding? Staff of Arcane Blessing, of course. I was just thinking that these two look incredibly similar with their metal tips and bright blue light coming off of them. Oh god, what is that? There's like kilns and stuff. Makes sense for potters. Bit late, Shadowheart. Bit late. Made me jump, which is just embarrassing. Harper interrogation transcript. Is this going to be super interesting? Rotten food. A dagger. Shadowheart, you would probably be best reading this. Official interrogation transcript. Harper in charge. Caladove, Everspring, transcriber, Luna Shawn. Your name, Dal Timber Mum. Occupation, farmer mum, potatoes. A farmer. How many guards has Thorm stationed down the south wall, Dal Timber? What do you mean, south wall? Do not play fool with me, Timber. The Moonrise south wall. I don't know, I swear it. Liar. Pause. Write this down, Luna. Thorm's spy refuses to cooperate. Harsher measures required. I said write it down. Interesting. What else can we find here? The farmer's corpse, presumably.
What do we have here?
There's a hidden traveler's chest back here. Astarion.
How delicious.
Unless we have a key.
A crooked touch.
What can we get? Probably not much out of a DC 10 crate, but still try. Treader by Twilight. You gain +1 bonus to armor class while obscured. I mean, it's pretty good. Is anybody not wearing 2 rings?
A long way to go still.
Oh, I have the magic touch.
We all are.
My faith protects me.
That seems less good.
I might.
Shadowheart,
I'm ready.
have that. Increase your armor class on the off chance that we are ever obscured. Though, I guess obscured does not mean hidden. Those are 2 different things, right?
This way.
No one stopped me yet.
We should look out for future traps. Just where have we made it to? Okay, there's an out bridge. I think for now I'm just going to keep following the river as kind of like a border of our explorations, rather than trying to go too far too fast where we might miss loads. I'm quite happy to miss a few things because that'll be things that I can do in future playthroughs. There's a heavy chest there. Rusty short sword, rusty greatsword. A ring, a silver ingot, some cash. Always welcome. Is this a crossing over the river as well? Not specifically that I can see yet. Where does the river start and stop then? Dead Githyanki. Dark Justicar Mask. Justicia, excuse me. Letter of Surrender. Githyanki +1 short sword. An inscribed Githyanki slate. A map has been etched onto this intricate disc. The risen road winds through a mountain pass. Within the hills is nestled a sizable temple. Within the temple, a Githyanki people have established a stronghold. Pictographs reveal their mission to retrieve a polyhedric relic on behalf of the Githyanki Queen. Divine Bone Shard, Elixir of Universal Resistance, pork loin and bread. Recast Speak with Dead, Corpse 2 damaged, okay. Letter of Surrender. General Ketheric Thorm, it is with heavy heart that I must announce the surrender of the Harper forces and its allies to your dark Justicia army under unanimous agreement. Harpers work against villainy and wickedness wherever they find it, so states our code, and so here we have acted, but I also know all too well how the statement continues, but they work ever mindful of the consequences of what they do. We cannot be party to the suffering of the people of Raithwin, and indeed of the great loss of life that is war will visit upon the Sword Coast, and perhaps beyond it. So it is written, so let it be done. Kelvin Aronson, on behalf of the High Harper Council and its allies. 2 words are slashed across the bottom of the scroll. Surrender declined. Interesting.
The dead of the Emerald Enclave. They lay here ever since their war against Ketheric Thorm.
How loud was that engine that went by? Dark Justicia Mask. It's one of those +1 intimidation masks. Investigation notes. The ledger is filled tight, precise handwriting that seems to suggest a focused and analytical mind. A fresh lead has been volunteered by one of the guests in the dungeons. Praise Lady Shah for inspiring the inventor of thumbscrews. The guest spoke of an abandoned house, see map coordinates included, that was once said to belong to a potter, but is now being used as a clandestine place of worship for Selenite holdouts and their sympathizers. There is a chance, of course, that the guest offered up false information in a bid to end his suffering, but I suspect not. His confession had the ragged, unpolished air of truth to it. I shall endeavour to investigate at once and cautiously, best if I am not seen, and should I find any Selûnite idols or texts, I can summon reinforcements and lay a trap. Oh, what a joy it shall be to see their faces when they are caught in the act, surrounded by dark cloaks. Thurzan Ranlock, Inquisitor of Church of Lady Shah.
Still breathing, despite everything.
anything else down here? Digging?
That's curious.
Yes. Yes to digging. Scroll of Stinking Cloud. Gale, possibly one for you. Right. We can push lower. A wooden chest. Cash and treasure. Can't go all the way around. That's just chasm. And this gets us back to the river. I suspect crossing this river is where we would have real problems if we didn't have the blessing of the pixie. So let's go north slightly, and then we can traipse over to the east. We still have a lot of uncovered room here. So we can start basically exactly east as we are now. Where is north? North is there. There's something down there? Normally it would say death or similar. I guess path interrupted is about the same. Okay. Oh god. I mean, we could try and dig. If it's not digging, I don't know what else it would be.
Lost in thought.
Can't use actions. We got lucky. I do wish the game wouldn't tell me when I fail a perception check like that sometimes, you know? We can all climb this, but I don't see an easy way to get away from here now that we're up here, which is interesting. It says I can't reach those spaces, so I guess we're coming back down. And up the giant windy tree. This building was where we had the lantern attack. And this is above where we just were. Can we not climb up this? I suppose not. Shadowheart can make the jump. Can anybody else?
Pickets, ballistas, siege engines. A little old-fashioned too.
If Gale can make it, we can all make it. I demand it of everybody else.
Someone there?
Starring, you're not strong, but you're as strong as Gale.
On my way.
What to do?
Lucy, too high. What ring are you not wearing? You are currently wearing Crush's ring. Can you make that? Absolutely not. I don't love it. Is there a spot where it looks like we can reconvene? Possibly just past this toilet, which is unexpected. Alright. Well, if Lucy can just not get waylaid by attackers for a few minutes. A skeleton ditched at an outhouse. Ah, we can't be inside and use the door. Can I jump over here? Is this where my friends are? Looks like it is. Okay. Yep, we are back together. Is there anything here for me to actually find? Now that I've gotten everybody to this exact point. Perhaps not. Entirely plausible. There's a heavy chest over there. A few measly gold pieces. No signs of trapping. Just lots of the dead. That looks like an easy way to die. And again, more of the dead. Alright, hop over here. How did Lucy get over here if we can't get back? Don't tell me it was a one-way street.
Certainly.
What are we going to do here? Oh god. It's too hot to be trapped on slithers of stone islands. Looks like we could walk... I guess we could get back to here. It's not the most exciting solution, but it's a solution. Not that we found anything particularly interesting down that way, but at least this side is a downwards jump, and so Lucy can keep up with the routine. Everyone together. Yes. Oh. We killed this thing.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
I wouldn't expect it to be amicable to speak with dead, but we'll try.
Seems willing to speak, but not to its killer.
Yeah, that was my concern. There's the rest of this house. I don't think there's very much in there for us. And now... I don't know what House with Flowers is. Can I come south-southeast from here? I can. That would be this way. Past the outhouse. No idea what we're going to find. Alright, this looks like extra dangerous darkness that we can now get through comfortably. Reasonably comfortably. There's a path up there. Cages?
Like the Drider's caravan came from here.
Okay.
At least they won't be returning. Wretched bloody creatures.
What about behind it? Anything over here? Over there? No. Doesn't look like there's anywhere to be accessed on that section of the map. Apart from way up here. But the outer edge looks like the way we would go to get that. What are we going to work up to here? We're still ages away from the House with Flowers. It's the Githyanki Creche. I mean, I might not want to go to the Githyanki Creche, given that they want to take our relic. An old map in a druidic style and what appears to be hidden routes out of the Emerald Enclave, destination marked for Baldur's Gate with a note attached. Take only what you can carry. Go through the mountain pass. If anyone falls, leave them. You can't afford to be slowed down by excess baggage. Good luck. More black oleander. An ox.
Looks like it gored one of its attackers before it died.
Gored to death by the look of it.
Okay, so maybe killed by that ox.
The corpse does not respond.
Nothing interesting to say there, clearly. Some light over there. Doesn't look like the deadliest thing in the world. Refugee's Journal. A tiefling's journal charting the journey from El Terrell to the Emerald Enclave and now on to Baldur's Gate. The ox just up and died. It started choking out of nowhere and then keeled over. We tried to pull the cart, but the ox knocked the wheel off when it went down and the thing is in splinters. The others went to grab what we can and keep going, but this place feels wrong. My skin is crawling, like something is watching us from the darkness. No one else is talking much, but I can tell they feel the same. Read 100 different books in a single playthrough. Alright. I got my reading achievement. There's a chest up here, Astarion.
Trust no one. Let's crack it open.
Grab that for me. Thank you very much. Yep. Happy to have those supplies. Right, so there's no way to move through further there by the looks of it, and I can't climb up to here. Minimal supplies. If I had Speak with Animals on, I might be able to talk to that ox, but I don't have both, so I'm going to leave it. This is lit, which is always interesting. And this leads us up to the Githyanki Crash. Alright, I'm going to do something we don't do often. But knowing that this is the Githyanki Crash we are approaching, Astarion... Are these alphabetical? Dragonborn... Femme Elf... I can't see Githyanki... Like, I can't pick Githyanki out of these portraits. Female strong human, femme strong tiefling, femme strong elf, dwarf, drow, elf, Githyanki.
Well, hello.
Alright. He might not be the most charismatic, but... Oh, this is back to the Mountain Pass. I don't really want to go to the Mountain Pass because that's the other end of the content that I didn't really want to get to. I was expecting something different. Alright, we can dismiss Disguise Self. Knowing we can do it quite that easily, though, may be something I use more in the future, especially as we get to more populated places. But I can't see anywhere else for us to go here apart from maybe just there. So let's take this bend back round to about here. Oh yeah, there's that, whatever that is. What is that going to be? Nobody knows. Certainly not I. So that was the cages. What do we have here? A tower? A turret? A death pit? There's a chest there. Can we get down there? We can. Perception failed. Oh. We have the surprised condition. And many enemies. Oh god. Right, our surprise condition is gone. I don't really want to yeet that chest away. At the same time, I do want these enemies to be dealt with. I am completely immobile thanks to the constriction that is on me at the moment. So I am going to go for this. Alright, we got one of the little ones. It's something, right? Then the other little one. Astarion is dying. That's a real bad time. Gale.
Swords meet sorcery.
Sorry, Astarion, but you're already dying.
One by one.
Do they take extra damage on those? No, they're just good rolls. Okay, you can stay up here, Gale. That's fine, I think.
Got to focus.
Shadowheart is not constricted. Yes, we are constricted. Can't move. Attack rolls against us have advantage. Our attack rolls have disadvantage. We take 4 to 14 piercing damage and 1 to 4 necrotic damage per turn. That's horrendous. Guardian of Faith. Alright, they are in initiative.
Another fight.
Lucy, we've spent Blight already, unfortunately. If I had enough sorcerer points, I could make a 4th level spell slot. But that would take me multiple turns of admin to do that. We could go help Astarion up. Be an action. What else to do, though? Haste does not seem super helpful here. We have disadvantage, it's too dark here. I can put my Sunwalker's Gift on as an action. Okay. If it works, it works.
Death is but a word away.
Lucy. All right, I'm here for it. So good. Shadowheart. Do we have range for that? No. Do we have range for this? We do. It's disadvantage, but we still have a reasonably high chance to hit. And we did.
Unleash me.
Gale, simple choice here. One magic missile there. Oh god, they're so big. Someone's not concentrating on something anymore. Gale is constricted. Alright, let's go help Astarion.
Don't on me.
For those wondering on the temperature check in here right now, 32.4 in climbing. 32.5. That's why I'm so goddamn sweaty. Right, what are we doing? We've got Astarion up. That is all we've got.
Shall we cut and run?
Can you move? Can't control. No, you just stay there. Sure. Understood. Good.
Creator, destroyer.
Honestly, more magic missiles. Seems great. Are you going to come closer to us? No. Astarion is not dying. We are immobile constricted. But we can Misty Step, which is interesting. Now that I've done that,
Sometimes the only way out is through.
what else am I going to do? Is a great question. Dash, dash.
At the
All right,
ready.
Squishy Sorcerer. Go and help Astarion get sneak attacks in.
Feel death's cold.
Oh, we're constricted. Damn it.
Where do I go from here?
Nowhere. Alright, so we need to make sure we're more particular with placement for Guardian of Faith in future. For right now, Shadowheart has second level spell slots. And a high chance to hit stuff. Cool. Gale, save your last spell slot. Decent damage. Blight. Strong, strong turn.
Well, so much for peace.
I just wanted to really make sure that Lucy was in range so Astarion could do this. Do we have another short rest in us? We do not.
Watch your back.
Okay. Oh, Gale is caught in vines.
Please save me.
Ice knife.
Take much more.
Gale, grab that. Right. Shadowheart, you have 1 second level spells left. That's going to be a prayer of healing. Then, if there's nothing else out over on this ledge, we will gather what supplies we can from these blights. Bits and pieces. God, if you guys could just not stand in the cursed bits for a while. In fact, Astarion,
Time for Danny.
I thought your shoes stopped you from being entwined ever. What do your shoes do? Cannot be enwebbed, entangled, or ensnared. So, not constricted. That's different. Fair enough. Alright, their bodies are empty.
Let's go. Don't touch me.
There was this pit of corpses. Nothing in that burlap sack. Brave. Dear Mum, you forgot me and that's not nice. Last time I forgot to tie my shoes good and tight. You gave me a clout in the ear, so I hope someone does that to you. But if you can you write back please? Or if you meet Mr. Lupperdale, Lupadiddle Swires, send him because he's famous and quite good at helping people, and I need help, mum. I feel funny here in the dark. The dark goes movie woovie. It hurts. My head hurts. Feels like porridge. It hurts. Help me, Mr. Sweet. Oh, mum. Sorry, I wasn't brave. Poor kid. Knotted roots. Oh, that's just how we're climbing up here. Sure. I thought there was something way bigger further along. Okay. So apart from this in the middle of all of this, we've done most of what is on the eastern side of the river. For now, I would like to hopefully safely make it back to the last light inn without incident. If we take the paths that we are familiar with, we should be able to get there safely and take a long rest. And then next time we can either come here up to whatever the house with flowers is, or over to one of these other quest places. But the Githyanki Creche is not going to be on our bingo card this campaign, I think. Right, if we get to the field that had the everlit torches in it, we know we're next to the place that we can safely get by. It's just along here, and there's the bridge. So as long as like a group of random plants or secret shadow creatures or something doesn't try and interrupt our walk, we're going to be just fine. Fingers crossed, eh? I still can't believe there were so many NPCs here that we didn't keep alive or otherwise get to interact with at the time. But we have made it back to the ancient sigil zone, so join me next time. We'll start things with a long rest and then see where our adventures take us from there. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you enjoyed the series, please do consider subscribing or hitting the like button. If you have any questions, comments, recommendations, put them down below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.